Well, it's supposed to be a relaxing experience, but for some Kansans, going to a nail salon soon turned into a nightmare. Devin Fastbinder explains the scope of the problem and what you can do to protect yourself.
Getting a severe infection from a nail salon could mean losing a limb or taking medication for months. Doctors tell me that's pretty rare, but what's not rare is getting a minor infection. So I went to find out how Kansans can protect themselves so they don't end up at the doctor's office.
That was my husband in 2005, his first deployment.
Jonna Drury's husband served in the military for 15 years.
Good memories, happy, scary. He came home.
He came home. And though Drury is a jeans and cowboys kind of woman, she decided to do something different for him.
And got my hair done, got my nails done, my makeup. Like, I went all out.
After her first pedicure in 36 years, her toenail started looking funny.
I went to the doctor, and he told me that it was a fungus and that it was really bad, so to remove it.
Now Drury doesn't have a big toenail, and her story isn't rare. Take a look at some of these pictures. They were submitted among 68 complaints in the last 4 years to the Kansas Board of Cosmetology, the agency regulating nail salons. One Derby complainer writes her stepdaughter got a pedicure and she had itchy, burning blisters, redness of her left foot. She now has this skin infection on both feet and now both hands. A Wichita woman writes a worker made her bleed and rinsed the blood in the pedicure bowl, writing, "I have open sores due to this. I waited until Monday to go to the doctor, and he is treating me as if I have a staph infection." The Kansas Board of Cosmetology says that this is why it does surprise inspections.
We're required statutorily to require a minimum of once every 2 years. The board has established a policy of inspecting at least once annually. Now, that's for routine inspections. If we get a complaint against a facility, we will also do an inspection there.
The inspectors use this report for each visit, and the board says some line items are more often violated than others. Like number 8, single-use items. Tools like nail files and buffers often aren't thrown away after each customer.
You don't want to see 13 marked no.
And pedicure equipment is often not cleaned appropriately.
One of the areas that there are not as many shops in compliance would be with pedicures.
So what can you do to protect yourself? Dr. Maggie Hagan says, start with you.
We discourage people from shaving their legs just prior to going to get a pedicure, because when you shave your legs, you're going to get very tiny little nicks and cuts. Sometimes you don't even see, but then you're soaking in that water, and sometimes that's a portal of entry for bacteria to get under the skin.
Also, check around you for cleanliness.
This is about 4 gallons, so about 6 cups of Clorox.
The board says salons should clean pedicure tubs with bleach and soak instruments in disinfectant for 10 minutes. While these procedures are checked during inspections, it's up to you to watch each time you're at a salon so you don't end up like Drury. It's now been 7 years since she had her toenail removed.
Oh, it hurts.
Still?
Mm-hmm. Kids step on it, dogs step on it, steel toe in my boots, curling it or something hitting it. Yeah.
And she says she'll never go back to a nail salon after her nightmare.
Of all of the complaints in the past 4 years, many nail locations were inspected and had violations. Some even closed down. But doctors tell me it's not always the nail salon's fault, and consumers should be aware of any cuts on their skin before getting a service.